Hello my friends and welcome back. My name is Hannah and today I'm making content regardless of whatever is going on in this little head of mine. There's a lot going on in my head. And I'm just trying to find a way to talk about it to the camera and not I miss old YouTube when people would, share their little corner of the world, or their little corner of the internet is what I like to call it. Because everybody lives a different and unique life. But it's not always so different in the ways that you think that it's different. I don't know. I guess I'm making the content that I want to watch. I'm kind of, as a Night City legend, a whisper in the ghost. I dream of being alt, I dream of being in Ghost in the Shell. I am so sick of AI. I'm so sick of all the cropping and creation and code building and tweaking. Like I'm actually so sick of it, and I kind of I miss humanity, like not the like raging humanity where we're all doing dark and evil. What does Theo Von call it? The dark arts, and this isn't like a call to Jesus or anything like that. I'm not that influenced by the TV shows that I'm watching. I'm not Rue. I don't know why my neighbor's dog is barking like that, if you can hear him. I guess all of this to I don't know, I didn't realize that this is what I was going to start this video with. I thought I was going to start it with look at my roots, something a little bit more lighthearted. But here I am, just going right into it. The way I pause, like a like a little robot. You can see the thoughts are triangulating. Okay, I'm just trying to show you a very authentic and human version of me. Do I have a little bit of a lighting situation for ambiance? Yes. Sorry that I still want to be like Tumblr cool. Okay. It's just. I love a commentary video. Don't get me wrong. I love a commentary video. I love when people are dissecting whatever literature, whatever TV shows. I love a pretty broski. I love listening to people talk about their heart. But sometimes, and maybe this is just short form content, so maybe, I'm not really hitting my demographic. But sometimes I will be scrolling on the Instagrams, the TikToks, whatever time of the day it is. And I will just see some random person's little life, just kind of what's going on with them. And sometimes it gives me a little bit of insight. I guess it's kind of like when you're watching it, like when I'm watching Naruto and I see Naruto, Datebayo, and talk no jutsu his way through most of his life problems. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that too. I guess it's that same kind of oh, yeah, that's life. And there's just so much going on with me, and I'm just trying to shed that. I'm trying to break that. I'm trying to stop cycles that I have memorized on a conscious and subconscious, unconscious. I don't know. Subconscious, I think that's the word. Unconscious means I'm not even here. But probably on an unconscious level too. Just all the consciousness in one. And I don't want to say that I'm not afraid of cringe or being like an embarrassment, and then like, I don't know, I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I posted what to the internet? Because like in my little camera or my little viewfinder on my camera, I look pretty okay. When I pull this thing up on my PC, like my two big giant monitors, am I gonna be like, girl, what? Maybe. I don't know. Is that body dysmorphia? Maybe. Probably. Most likely. But I appreciate perfectionism. I appreciate beauty. I appreciate the beautiful elf girl, you know, like just alien. I love it. I love beauty. But I also think that it is so incredibly dark to be like right now, like I'm wearing eyeliner, like I'm not, my hair's already crazy right now and making me feel uncomfortable, but I don't feel like my makeup is doing me any compliments either. Not that I'm wearing a whole lot, just, you know, I don't know. I would make makeup content. I went to school for it. Like I have an education in it. I actively take classes, like, but for whatever reason, doing my own makeup, and I don't know if it's a perfectionist thing. I don't know if I've simply just forgotten how to do my own makeup. I don't, I don't know. But the sense of identity is like really crazy. These roots, like my hair right now. Okay, I went to Seattle. No, I didn't go to Seattle. I went to Oregon, or was it Seattle? Is Seattle in Oregon? I'm showing how American I am right now. I know I went to Oregon, and I know that I got a tattoo like 2 years ago. And on one of the days where, you know, I was just walking the city, there's this woman, and this isn't a dig to Oregon or the homeless communities. But this woman, you couldn't tell that she was homeless. You know, she's wearing like a little bralette and like the joggers, or not joggers, but you know, like those jazz pants. Why did I want to call them Cajun pants? Jazz pants? I don't know, but it has like the elastic at the like ankles, but they're like loose. Anyway, and she had this beautiful dog, like this little like teacup, like, well, teacup isn't the right word, but they were just small. They were just tiny, like fluffy, like little Australian Shepherd things. And I don't know, she had to have been a homeless tweaker to what I recall now. Anyway, I'm walking down the street and she's yelling Cynthia like bloody murder. And, you know, I'm at the coffee shop and I'm thinking like, why Cynthia? And then it dawned on me, that millennial bitch, like Cynthia the doll from Rugrats. So when my hair does look like this, do I remember this woman? Yes. Yes, I do. It makes me laugh every single time because I was just so clueless. I was just like, yeah. Cynthia, fuck her, dude. She sucks. And keeping it moving, you know, like, but damn. I maybe should have turned around and been like, does my hair look bad? Are you seeing something I'm not? Anyway, I'm not afraid to be unperfect, I guess, in the public eye, you know, like, I don't want to be bullied. I don't want to be made fun of. I don't think anyone wants to be called ugly. Like, it's not nice. But I'm also, like, I'm not afraid of it. Like, oh, that's, if the worst thing that could happen to me in my life is that someone called me ugly, I think in this timeline I'm doing pretty damn good when people are facing homelessness every single day, starvation, war, like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that. If that's the evil that I have to take in this world for everybody, I'll do that. And have just crazy body dysmorphia. That's fine. That's fine. But I get stuck in these cycles where I get really motivated and I'm very into something, and then I lose momentum because some kind of life event happens, or, you know, I just get overwhelmed. I get stressed. I have anxiety, and then I just disappear, and then I don't do anything, and I think that's a cycle that very much gets in my way. Well, not that I think, I know that it gets in my way. It's gotten in my way of almost everything, and it's just kind of funny I'm sitting here on YouTube because it definitely got in the way of YouTube. I did finish school, but that experience, I guess, was so traumatizing to me. Like, I'm hitting girls in the face with BTS Dynamite blaring from my car. It's so funny to think about because it's so unreal. Like, it is, you know, when you see those like memes on the internet and it's like a monkey eating a banana and you're like, that's me. That's how I feel when I say like, yeah, I was like, that's what that sounds like to me. But in this process of like trying to break these cycles, I've also been trying to do the work of like, okay, well, maybe I don't know what I like, but maybe I know what I don't like. And I've never had a job that I've loved, that I'm like, oh yes, this is exactly what I've always wanted to do. I've actually been forced into so many years of forced customer service. My introverted self is now like outroverted in a sense that if I don't make small talk with people, like, you know, and I'm not like that person, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Like, people don't like me. And I kind of feel that way about work. Like, I just show up to do my job so I can go home, so I can have money to do the things that I like to do. And I like to, well, isn't that funny? I don't want to say like, I don't want to be dramatic and like, I don't know what I like to do anymore. But I kind of don't know what I like to do anymore. I can't really recall spending time doing things that I really, really liked consistently, because we are in control of our lives and every moment of our day could be something that we enjoy doing. Like, it all doesn't have to be like suffering so then you can have one big event, you know, maybe once or twice in a year. You're allowed to enjoy life. And I guess because I'm realizing that as this school year, I work for a school district, and as this school year is coming to a close in the next week or so, that August will be my 6th year at this job, which is officially a year longer than my time worked at Disney. And Disney was kind of like the job that like I really cared maybe the most about. Cause wasn't it cool to like work for Disney, and I met so many cool people there, and like they all just had these wonderful lives and kind of fit into like an aesthetic, and I wanted to be that. I wanted to live, you know, my little Tumblr girl dreams. And then COVID happened, and then I moved out to the desert, and then I unfortunately had to become, I don't know, an aldecado and live out here in the desert. Like, the way that I can associate everything with cyberpunk, I don't know if it's because it's like that well written or if that's because my brain is just always thinking about it. Anyway, and it's not, I've talked about this job. I've had multiple roles in this school district, and I've talked about this job multiple times across my channel. It's not a bad job. I mean, I've had better jobs, but I mean, all my jobs have kind of sucked. I don't think anyone likes a job, and I like the community aspect of my job. You know, I like that I'm kind of at like the pulse of a school district. You know, my office overlooks attendance, enrollment, health and wellness, social workers, you know, all these great things, you know, we can provide for the community. And in a way, I'm like, oh man, if I ever run into Hassan Piker at whatever stupid thing I'm doing in LA, I'm so ready to be like, hey, here's my school district and here's the work that I do, bitch. So donate money today for the kids in the desert, in the rural desert, all right? Maybe that's what I like to do. Maybe I like to fantasize meeting Hassan Piker. Could you imagine he's like 7 feet tall and I'm like tiny little yelling at him, hey bitch. Anywho, he probably couldn't hear me because he's so tall. Anyway, this job, like, I don't care. Like, I'm not happy. Like, it does just pay the bills. It does just pay the bills, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that kind of work. Like, I'm okay. I've literally reached the highest that I wanted to reach in the school district. I can ride this out into the next opportunity. But that's what I mean. Like, I hold on to things so tightly that I stay stuck in these cycles. And I'm trying to let go of that in the hopes that, like, maybe the things that are meant for me will come to me. And maybe that's very, like, whatever. But what is that noise going on outside? But I don't know, sometimes you gotta kind of be vulnerable and kind of crazy looking on the internet, I think. Or maybe this is me just seeking validation from strangers online. To be in an echo chamber of like, yeah, girl, you got this. Like, you're so funny. I don't know, like, and I'm not a robot, I'm not AI, so, like, maybe the human brain does like that. Maybe that is a dopamine fix. Maybe that's, you know... In my last video, I got a few comments, and it was really fun engaging with my audience, and I always tell people that I'm not even a small YouTuber, that I'm, like, not even a YouTuber. But I have almost 600 subscribers, and if I were to think about having 600 people in this room right now as I look as I do, I would probably be so mortified. Like, those 600 people would not be able to fit into the room that I'm currently in. Like, the capacity just wouldn't be there. So I don't want to undersell, because I still think that that's pretty impressive. Even though, you know, like, look at the numbers a BTS video from 9 years ago does. Okay? Shout out Anapa Man. I don't want to belittle my efforts, and I don't want to be like, I can just post, like, whatever, you know, like, it's whatever, because it's not. And I know that people can clock, like, the sincerity and, like, the effort and things put into that, and I don't know, maybe this channel will grow and my content will be different, and maybe I won't be sitting here with my hair crazy like this. I don't know. I can only just think of the future that I want and try to go towards it. And the first time you do anything, you're not going to master it. You're not going to be perfect at it. Or maybe even the second time or the third time. So I'm just trying to get back up. And I'm trying to not hold on so tightly and be so scared, because I mean, yeah, like, I can just be on the internet with my roots looking like this. I can be on the internet spazzing out. And kind of like whatever, right? Because I mean, I'm not saying I want to be like the bad baby girl, or, you know, like, but, like, to have a meme as iconic as Catch Me Outside, how about that? Or, like, Brittany Broski's, like, kombucha, like, you know, like, classic meme. I guess being a meme, like, God, if that was the worst thing that ever happened to me, if someone memed me because I was spazzing out on the internet, in this timeline, I think I'm like royalty if that is the worst thing that can happen to me. And that's not to say that, you know, I haven't gone through traumatic life events, but right now I think the world is, I want to say scary, like that's the first word that comes to mind, because it's just, there's just so much uncertainty, you just don't know, and I mean, maybe the world has always been that way, you know, but maybe it's just escalating faster. I don't know. I don't have the answers. I can only just say this is very much like Cyberpunk 2077. And I've seen what happens to a lot of those characters. Like, I've played that game in its entirety. I know what happens. I know who survives. I know who doesn't. I know kind of what happens to certain areas of the map. I know that world a little bit better than I know my own world. But the fact that it's very similar, like I'm pretty sure I would run into those same kind of story tropes. And that's scary. That's absolutely scary, because as much as I want to be, you know, like Daft Punk and, oh, technology is really cool and like you can use it to create really cool art, like look at my cool lights right now, you know, look at my figures in the background, the camera that I can even film this on, and the iPad and the editing programs and my computer that I'm going to use to edit all of this, right? Like, you can do cool shit with technology. Technology isn't the enemy. But man, when you see mankind get their evil little hands on it and do evil things with it, I can see where people are just not interested. I totally understand how people are like, fuck the cell phone, fuck the memes, fuck all of that. I totally 100% agree and understand. But I also 100% agree and understand that, like, sometimes you gotta see those Vine compilations, and that's gonna be the thing that gets you through your shitty day job. And I don't know. So again, if I was just to be made a meme, I guess that's the worst thing that could ever happen to me. And I will count my blessings. I was gonna make a God's best warrior joke, but I'm okay. Is that almost 30 minutes? Yeah, so, I think I'm gonna end there. I don't know. Thank you for sitting in on my therapy session. Share your notes down below. What kind of interventions would you give me? I just like making content, and I like connecting with people online, and it's fun. And if I can make that a career, if I can make that a lifestyle, or if I can make that a thing, I would like to do that, because it's fun talking to people online. I like to hear about all the crazy shit going on in your life, because crazy shit is happening in everybody's life, and I grow tired talking about the celebrities or the politicians or victims of said politicians and celebrities. Like, I would like to talk to someone that maybe has a job at a gas station and they are watching me rant for 30 minutes on their little break. I don't know. I'm just trying to put sincere content out into the world. I mean, is the Google AI gonna take this and then, like, I don't know, clone me? Am I actually just feeding the monster? Look, everybody, I'm putting this out there right now. If they can start making personalities, like taking personalities and making the AI, I think they're already doing that. Take me and make me alt. So when we have to build the black wall because we have so much rogue AI, because it's the Wild West right now, and even with regulation, it's going to be regulated by some pretty interesting, possibly corrupt characters, most likely corrupt characters, play Cyberpunk 2077. I would like to be the personality at the Black Wall that could do guest service, but also is just like, no, me protecting this wall is a day job, and I'm only going to give you the guest service that I can stomach until I'm just done with you, and then I will just ignore you, and then like, I don't know. You're now a rogue AI. I would like to be that person, anyone in tech who is involved in AI in that way. Make me a relic. Actually, scratch that. If you're not going to make me the protector of the Black Wall, make me a relic. Make me Johnny Silverhand. That's in my will and testament. Hello, everybody. I'm speaking this into the universe. I will be a personality that will be on a chip that you can splice into your head, and then you'll just be doomed, stuck with me, and you can either let me take over your body, or I don't. My favorite ending is when you and V go into Sokka Tower. You and V, when V and Johnny goes into Sokka Tower, and they just take care of it alone. And then everybody else gets to kind of live. And then, you know, you just go and do the space station mission. I love that. I love that ending. I would let Johnny take over. But then I don't know. Like, I think Johnny really does become your friend. And it's just like, no, like, but isn't that also beautiful? Because you think that you have Johnny Silverhand in your head, but it's not really him. It's just code, AI. It's just it's a recorded video. I'm recording this in lifetime, but when you're watching it, this is a past version of me. Oh, isn't that really, like, this video is already 30 minutes. I don't have time to get into this, but this is the kind of stuff that I think the AI stuff is just really dark, and not me with my Gendo hands. Shinji, get in the robot. The AI stuff is pretty dark, and I am hesitant to put anything on the internet because I know that it's just going to get eaten up by this thing. But man, I would love to be a relic. I would love to be a relic. I want to be so careful when I say I can see me doing Johnny Silverhand activities. I want to be so careful when I say that. I just want to be a rock star, you know? Maybe that's... really, I just want to be in your guys' head, kind of like... I kind of just want to be Johnny Silverhand in your guys' head so I can just vent to you about my thoughts of, like, AI. And it's crazy. Okay, because also... Okay, focus. Isn't it kind of crazy that, like, you can let him take over, but you pretty much have just let a rogue AI just take over? Because a rogue AI is an AI that doesn't listen to its commands. It is self-acting. It's rogue. And that's essentially what happens when you let Johnny take over. But then that whole time, like, Johnny is just an AI in your head. Because even, okay, because say you do the Hanako, the Arasaka ending, and you see Jesse, and, you know, he's just recording the same lines. It's because they didn't use the best tech to preserve him, you know, because they probably didn't need to scrape memories from him. And I think that the version of Johnny Silverhand we have is that they were probably just trying to figure out how all that whole event was coordinated, because they have Morgan Blackhand, or we think that they had Morgan Blackhand, and there was other people who, you know, were killed, because Morgan Blackhand had a team and then Johnny had a team, and they both, you know. Anyway, all of that to say, make me Johnny Silverhand, because I would just love to... I can tell you guys about the early internet days. I can tell you about early YouTube, about, like, the time when, like, internet addiction was on the rise, where it was a new thing because we weren't calling it internet addiction. Like, my parents would just always think that I was on the computer so much. But I would be on that thing all night. I mean, even now, like, I will scroll until 2 a.m. So yes, hello everybody. You've learned so much about me in these 30 minutes. it feels good to be like my authentic self. But let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on I can record 30 minutes straight. Let me know in the comments down below, what are your thoughts on AI? What's your favorite meme? Are you God's strongest warrior? I don't know. What are some things that you're liking on YouTube? Sorry that I keep I have this cushion, but it's like a vinyl. I just want to connect with my audience, and I know a lot of you are here for makeup. I know some of you are here for video games. Some of you may just be here because, you know, I follow your, I don't know. I'm happy to have all of you here and witnessing me spiral out of control. Well, I guess that's not spiraling out of control. It's just, I don't get the opportunity to like freely talk. I'm very much in a guest service bubble at all windows of the day, so like my dialogue options are that of an NPC, so it's nice to get like cutscene material. I don't know. If you've made it to the very end, you have to subscribe at this point because you just watched me be very vulnerable online. Just do it. Just do it. Do it, because then when I do this again, you can watch that version, and then, you know, then we can kind of share notes on things. I don't know. But thank you everybody for watching and for hanging out, and I have my cats to go feed. I have myself to go feed. And I don't know. If you take anything from this video, try to lead your life with as much sincerity as you can. It's really, really difficult to pretend to be something that you're not. And I don't know why people get so judgmental. Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. But yeah, that's where I'm ending this video. Why do I want to keep chatting about some... Cut it off. Yeah, so I'm going to string together this 33-minute video, and if you made it to the end, thank you. Let me know in the comments down below. Do I need to see a therapist? Probably. But thank you, and have a good night, guys, or wherever it is that you are.